All right, our first problem is from Module 5, and it's slopes of parallel and perpendicular lines, problem type 1. We consider the line, the equation 6x minus 5y equals 8, and we're asked to do two things. A says, what is the slope of a line perpendicular to this line? And B says, what is the slope of a line parallel to this line? To find the answers to these, the slopes, we're going to use the following properties. The parallel slope property, which states that two lines are parallel if they have the same slope, and the perpendicular slope property, which states that two lines are perpendicular if the product of their slopes is -1. So the first thing we'd like to do is get our equation into slope-intercept form, and recall that slope-intercept form is y equals mx plus b. And we will rewrite the equation. So 6x minus 5y equals 8. All right, so what we'd like to do is get this y variable here by itself. The first thing we're going to need to do is move this positive 6x to the right side of the equation. In order to do that, we subtract 6x. From both sides of the equation. And of course, these 6x's cancel out. We bring down the -5y. And on the right side, we are left with -6x and +8. Next thing we'd like to do is get rid of this -5 that's multiplying the y, so the opposite of that is dividing both sides by -5. And of course, these -5s, they divide out to become 1. We're left with y. And the -5 here divides both the -6x and the +8. So first off, -6x divided by -5 is +6/5 x. +8 divided by -5 is -8/5. Now, the y-intercept is not going to factor into anything that we do. We're going to focus on the slope, which is positive m equals 6/5. So the first part of the problem asks us to find the slope of a line that would be perpendicular to this. Here it says two lines are perpendicular if the product of their slopes is -1. So what we're going to do is take the negative reciprocal of 6/5. So in order to do that, we simply change the sign of it, which would make it a negative. And then we flip it, which would get us +5/6. Okay, so this would be the slope of a line that is perpendicular. Next up, we want the slope of a line that is parallel to y equals 6/5 x minus 8/5. And if the lines are parallel, then their slopes are the same. So our answer there would simply be +6/5, exactly the same thing that we got. So once again, our two answers: the slope of a line that is perpendicular to y equals 6/5 x minus 8/5 would have a negative reciprocal, so the slope would be -5/6, and the slope of a line that is parallel to y equals 6/5 x minus 8/5 would have the same slope, so the slope there would be +6/5.